Okay, so imagine this. You get your hands on a series of leaked recordings, and they lay out this incredible master plan, one that involves AI-driven finance, a secret history stretching back 40 years, and the entire geopolitical future of a nation. Well, today we're going to dive right into that story, and we're going to unpack it using the tapes themselves as our guide.
And this is the line that's right at the heart of it all. It's a wild claim, right? It's part corporate mission statement, part national duty. So what exactly is this company we're talking about?
All right, let's start with what everyone's supposed to see. We'll peel back the first layer. On the surface, the OKA group projects this, incredible vision of national prosperity and progress. I mean, just look at these goals. They are incredibly ambitious, and they're really noble. We're talking about training 1 million workers, building up hundreds of thousands of small businesses, basically a massive effort to lift up an entire economy. It looks like a classic nation-building project. And that, of course, leads to the big question, right? A vision this huge, well, it means an almost unbelievable amount of money. And according to these tapes, the way they're planning to generate that cash is, well, it's anything but ordinary. So how are they going to pay for all this? The tapes reveal this secret mechanism that's supposedly powering the entire vision. And this isn't about getting venture capital or loans. No, this is all about technology. And here it is. Meet the AI boss. According to their plan, this thing is an automated trading bot. It's the economic heart of the whole company. Its only job is to make money and to do it fast without any humans getting in the way. And get this, its target is just staggering. The goal is for this AI to quadruple its capital every single month. The plan is to start with a relatively small amount, compound it like crazy, and generate all the money they need for those huge national projects. And this slide really shows you their whole philosophy. The AI works precisely because it doesn't have human feelings. In one of the tapes, a speaker even admits that a human trader, driven by greed, held a losing trade and just wiped out the account. The AI, on the other hand, it just follows the rules. It's pure math, designed to avoid the exact emotional mistakes that sink human traders. So you've got this super high-tech financial engine. It almost sounds like something out of science fiction. But here's the thing. The story doesn't start here. The recordings claim this is just the latest phase of a plan that was set in motion long, long before anyone had even heard of the OK Group. Yeah, this is not a startup story. What's laid out in these tapes is presented as the final move in a strategic game that started over 40 years ago, a game that stretches all the way from Japan to Vietnam. So let's walk through this timeline because it's pretty wild. The story they tell starts way back in 1979 with a company in Japan that was supposedly connected to the royal family. Fast forward decades to 2015, and a new company pops up in Vietnam. It was called A Test of Trust. The whole project nearly collapses during the pandemic when the money from Japan gets blocked, but now it's back, and they say it's been rebuilt around this core idea of discipline. And a quote like this, it just adds to the whole mystique of the operation, doesn't it? The idea is that the leadership team wasn't an accident. They were specifically chosen, selected to see this multi-decade plan all the way to the end. But what is the end? So how does this all fit together? The AI trading bot, the secret history, the public mission? Well, according to the tapes, they all serve a single, massive geopolitical endgame. $1 trillion. Just let that number sink in for a minute. According to the tapes, that's how much Japanese capital is out there looking for a safe place to go. And the entire point of this whole project is to make Vietnam that safe place by guaranteeing one thing above all else: political stability. And here's the playbook for how they plan to pull it off. First, use the AI to generate $1 billion in revenue, just to look legit. Second, use that money to make the population wealthy, because a happy, wealthy population means political stability. And if they can do that, the company becomes the perfect, secure bridge for that trillion-dollar river of Japanese investment to flow into the country. I mean, it is just an incredibly complex and ambitious plan. It's kind of like a house of cards. For it to actually work, every single piece has to function perfectly. The AI has to perform, the story about their history has to be believed, and the political goals have to line up. Which really brings us to the final theme that you hear over and over in these recordings. Whether this whole plan is real or not, it completely depends on one thing: a massive, almost unbelievable level of belief. They even have a name for this guiding principle internally. They call it LM theory. The L stands for leading. That's the big, inspiring dream, the vision. And M stands for management. That's the cold, hard discipline of the rules and the AI. And the whole idea is that you have to have both, in perfect balance. And that right there is their core philosophy in a nutshell. A huge vision is totally worthless without the strict, unemotional discipline to actually make it happen. The dream tells you why you're doing it, but the AI is how you get it done. And so that's what we're left with. It's this incredible story of AI and secret histories and trillion-dollar ambitions. But really, at its core, it's a test of faith. And it makes you wonder, for a plan this extraordinary, what does it truly take to believe?